What is going on, YouTube? Justindezzz back with another Hobart Teambuilder Dynasty here on NCAA 14. We are in the regular season finale against Bowling Green, but I figured I would show you the award finalists before we drop into it. Brandon Tucker, who I believe is Brett Hundley, like I've said before, he is the leader to win the Maxwell. Jordan Williams is right behind him. Walter, Jordan Williams as well. I don't think we have anyone for the Nogurtsky. We have Dane McLeod, who has really blossomed this year as he went from basically 2 tackles for a loss to 18. He's really stepped up. I think he also became a starter, but still, 8 sacks this year has just been phenomenal. Just a monster. O'Brien, Williams is 5th. Walter, I believe Williams is... No, never mind. We do not have. I thought we had one. Blitnikov, we don't have one, but a couple of MAC guys, including who we face today in Alex Davis. Mackey, no one. Outland, no one. Same thing with the best center. Lombardi, McLeod is up there. Best linebacker. Do we have anyone? We do not. Thorpe. I thought we had someone for the Thorpe. We do. Chris Bonner, the freshman. 48 tackles, 3 tackles for a loss, a sack, 2 interceptions, 4 deflections, and 1 forced fumble and fumble recovery. Not bad for his freshman year. Definitely not our kicker. The guy... No. Best returner, Micah Stone up there with over 1,000 kick return yards. Does he have a touchdown? Yeah, he does. 97 yards. Punt return, nothing too special, but he did finish like 2nd or 3rd last year, but he's poised to probably win it this year. As really as nothing changed, Williams, he got hurt and he's still up there. UCLA, I think he kind of deserves it more because he has less interceptions. Colton Moore from TCU. Eddie Dixon, who we might play in the Natty. And then horns down, Eric Lewis. We're going to quickly look at the top 25 before we hop in. They do face Virginia, Georgia? Yes, it's rivalry week, so they face Georgia. Sorry, it took me a while. We're 2nd, TCU is 3rd, South Carolina is 4th, horns down, Texas is 5th, Georgia is 6th, Oregon 7th, Notre Dame 9, Notre Dame 8, Florida 9, Nebraska 10, Miami 11, Ohio State, UCLA, UConn, Texas A&M, Stanford, Louisiana Lafayette, shout out to them. Washington, Navy, Bama, Army, Michigan, Missouri, Ohio, who we faced earlier this year, in USC. We're both roughly the same. They have a worse defense, but they have a better offense, and we're a little bit better overall. But I appreciate the support on the channel, even if it's not a lot of views. I still appreciate you guys watching the videos and liking them. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe and keep on watching this journey with Hobart. And I also have a Pirates franchise as well on MLB The Show 22. But without further ado, let's get into the gameplay, baby. Here in lovely Bowling Green. Yo, they got a nice stadium too. I'm sorry. I've played this for years and I've never played in the MAC. Or if I have, I've never played at Bowling Green. But that is a nice little stadium. As it's the finale for both teams are bowl eligible. They're both going to make a bowl game, so really they're just trying to, especially Bowling Green, have a program-changing victory. Same thing with us too. This Jordan Williams, he did have a concussion last game and a shoulder strain, as he did want to wear a sling at first for his sleeve, like a shoulder brace, but he said, no, I'm good for right now. We'll see how it goes maybe later on in the game as he gets another run. Gain of about 9. as we've done nothing but read options. Like, it's, I don't know. I dig this stadium. I dig it a lot. As TJ gets he gets a big gain of about 16. That's what I want to see. Now, I know Jordan Williams has taken the spotlight for most of the run game this year, but I think TJ, and definitely without a doubt, great block by the fullback. Step back cheese. But I think TJ and Raheem Wallace are very, very good backs. It's just for some reason the CPU wants to focus on them, and Williams stacks up his video game-like numbers on the run game. It's our first play action of the game, and stupid controller glitches out, and Victor Jackson, he gets the first down and a little bit more. Gain of 16. As I'm very proud of Victor Jackson. I said it last episode, but he has really developed into a phenomenal wide receiver coming out of JUCO. Probably originally wanted to be a quarterback, but I think our wide receiver room was kind of small. And he has stepped up very, very well, as Micah Stone lost his impact star. But he makes an impact there, getting a gain of 11. I forget. We're slowly counting down the days where we don't have Micah Stone as our number one. I forget. He's a senior. I forget he was a JUCO and basically transferred here as Williams. He's going to take it up the gut and get a first down and then some. He's already got 39 yards rushing on the day. Like, I don't know. That's just cool. I like that building right there. It's pretty cool. As Wallace, he's going to go untouched for a touchdown as the Statesmen make a big statement on the opening drive. 1st and 10 for Bowling Green. Don't mind the unis. Oh, Elliott, who had a big fumble near the end of last game, makes a pass breakup there. I don't know. I know I've complained about this defense and whatnot, but it has slowly turned into a pretty, I wouldn't say elite defense, but a pretty damn good one, as Bo Brown absolutely gets murdered by Chris Griffin. I remember Chris Griffin being a little bit thicker and whatnot. Oh, and we got bailed out there as we forced a 3 and out. And Mike Stone is going to receive the punt. So, more than likely, as developing story is for the conference, as Micah Stone almost coughs it up and fumbles it, and just a terrible, terrible effort. It has come down to 3 conferences for Hobart's desire: the American Conference, the Big Ten, and the ACC. Great one-on-one coverage by number 19. But those are your 3 finalist conferences that they want to have. I don't know if they're going to replace anyone. I know for a fact the American Conference won't. As Osborne gets wide open, step back cheese, gets a gain of 29. Moves the chains and is in Bowling Green territory. But no, from what I heard, the American will probably be the one conference where they don't ask a team to move. Oh, great speed option by Williams to Wallace. As Wallace already has 19 yards on the ground. But, the Big Ten might move a team or two, and the ACC might as well, but who knows? As Williams gets a gain. Oh, scared me for a little bit, buddy. Come on now. Don't do that to me, dog. 2nd-and-1. So far, it's been all Hobart. The Statesmen putting Holloway, little dangerous pitch, but gain of 5, and Holloway hasn't seen a lot of action. He's more of a power back. I think, the way that Paparad and this offense runs, he needs more speed than power. As Williams is going to take it and almost gets a first down. Well, a touchdown, but he gets the first. As it's 1st and goal. As terrible read as TJ loses a loss of 3. Larry Greenwood with the tackle for a loss. And I'm a little nervous that TJ might transfer. I mean, that's also another reason why I benched Holloway, was to potentially start TJ so he doesn't transfer. As he trucks one guy, basically gains a yard out of that triple option play. But I guess because to me, Holloway is not going to get any better. TJ is, so might as well just throw him to the Wolves. And Williams is hurt. Fantastic. To Tez Gilbert, and Gilbert scores, and Barrett Cameron, he gets the touchdown pass, and we're up by 14. And this is concerning. This is back-to-back games where Jordan Williams is hurt. Maybe the mileage that we put on him is slowly getting to him, as Johnson almost gets a tackle, but Bonner steps up. Chris Bonner has been very huge. He's had a phenomenal freshman year, He's definitely a bright spot in this defense. And you can see why he's an impact player. He's all over the field. Brown gets it, and Rivers gets a big gain of 31. Corey Kelly. I'm going to be honest. Corey Kelly, I don't want to call him a disappointment because, he's not. I just thought he would be a very big interception guy, but he's not. Bonner with the tackle. Loss of 2. He's a monster. Tackles Chris Griffin for a loss. But yeah, he just hasn't truly lived up to the hype like I wanted him to. I wasn't going to think he was, a Darrell. I mean, I don't know. He hasn't got picks. He hasn't been the playmaker that I thought he would be, as Bo Brown's going to get the tackle, but not before the first down. He doesn't have picks. He just tackles, and I mean, I don't think he's given up a touchdown, so he might just be I don't want to call him Sauce Gardner, but he just holds receivers down. As Bo Brown gets the tackle, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. Hobart is up 14-0. We are concerned that Jordan Williams is hurt. And he's out again. That is his 3rd concussion. Back-to-back weeks with concussions. As Brant with the stop. That is very concerning. Forgot to record that. Jordan Williams is out with a mild concussion. His 2nd in back-to-back weeks. Maybe he wasn't ready to completely, fully come back. Maybe that's on Paparad and the staff. But we're going to have to rock with Barrett Cameron for the rest of this game. And we don't know. Jordan Williams might lose his Heisman because of the injuries. I mean, he didn't score 2 touchdowns at all. He didn't score any touchdowns this game. So that's going to be big. But you know what? We're going to rock with Barrett Cameron. Triple coverage, not the greatest throw, but that's what we're going to do. I'm thinking worst case, Victor Jackson him and Micah Stone, ironically, are 2 best wide receivers as Victor Jackson gets a gain of 15. They're both technically quarterbacks because they were athletes. So technically, if I really needed to, I could put one of them in at quarterback. As that's your fun fact of the day. Mac Daddy. I'm looking for Mac Daddy. Yeah, I should have floated it, but I didn't. As Hobart gets another turnover, as Barrett Cameron's not the guy. I know I should have lobbed it, but he's just not the guy. All right. It's a pass. He throws it out. I got to check Corey Kelly's stats because I feel like he has not given up a lot of receiving yards. Like, maybe it's because we don't have really good corners and they like throw against like other people, but like when I've played with him man-to-man defensive wise, he's been really good. And wow, Hunt gets absolutely burned and they're gonna bring it only to a 4-point game. Wow, that's kind of crazy. But Bowling Green's no slouch, even though they're 8-3. They're a really, really good team. It's Micah, he's gonna take it, solid game. I mean, you got to feel somewhat bad for Barrett Cameron a little bit because this guy went from year one being the third string, kind of taking his dues under year one of Papa Rod, as he just drops it. And like, dude went from being the number like QB1 entering year two under Papa Rod. And he basically lost it to a freshman in Jordan Williams as Osborne gets the game. And people thought maybe a quarterback competitions last year when we struggled in year one. And then, Williams kind of broke out near the end of last year. Ended the year on a 3-game winning streak. And he just improved way more than Cameron did in camp. And as Wallace gets a gain of 6. And, now Cameron's just sitting there like, well, just being the backup. He might transfer, honestly. He probably should. As he dumps it down to TJ. TJ's going to get, oh my goodness, hit the weight room dog. My God, you got leveled. And this is against Bowling Green. Imagine what like Bama's gonna do to you, dog. You got your shit lit up. Mac Daddy, and he drops it. I mean, I don't know. Mac Daddy's had a good couple of games down the stretch. But of course, it's the drops that that has slowly hurt him. We're going to throw it to Tez. Tez, he's going to truck a guy over, gain a little bit more back. Because we're halfway through the second quarter, 14-10, Hobart. You could definitely tell when Jordan Williams is not in that the offense is pretty stale. I haven't made the best play calling or decision making, but you can clearly tell that Williams is the entire offense as Wallace gets the halfback screen, uses his blocks, gets the first. Yeah, maybe that's just our problem is we just rely too much on Jordan Williams and, the mileage is slowly catching up to him, especially these last 2 games. While getting hit, wow, just great coverage by 19, honestly. As we're roughly in field goal range, not completely. Wildcat with Holloway. Micah Stone, he gets a beautiful block, and he's gonna go the distance. Almost a touchdown. Way to get creative there by Papa Rod in the offense. Maybe that's what we need to do. We don't have our top guy. So we might have to get a little bit creative offensively as Wallace gets his second rushing touchdown of the game, extends our lead back up to 2 TDs. As it is second in, 2 minutes and 45 seconds, excuse me. And, not a bad drive. It really helped that Micah. I kind of wish I didn't do the diving animation. I wanted to, and then it wouldn't let me. But Micah Stone, that was a huge, huge gain. As Landry with the stop. Loss of 4, 3rd and 7. Landry, like I said last episode, he's just one of the guys that his stats may not prove it, but like he's a contributor, man. He's a dog. Him, Hunt, Brad, Benson, Crooks. As Landry lays the wood, but Richard Harrison gets a gain of 9 for the first. And Bowling Green's going no huddle. Bo Brown stuffs them, loss of 2, and they're going to call their first timeout. Telling you, man, he is a dog. And Ward is out for the game with a strained tricep. You don't want to see that, especially last game of the regular season. Last home game of the year, too. Hunt he breaks 2 tackles. I don't think they have even thrown to their top wide receiver at all. I guess Corey Kelly is that locked down where they're not even throwing it his way. So that might be, maybe his draft stock might take a hit because, he doesn't have the best corners and his other corners get burnt and they don't really get to see what Corey Kelly can do. But yeah, they have not even thrown his way at all. As I believe that's their award-winning Alex Davis. Yeah, they finally got him going. That's only because Kelly was in zone coverage. And he went in the middle. That's the only reason why. But the fact that their award-winning wide receiver has not gotten, as I had spoken into existence again, that's his first catch on Corey Kelly, but Bo Brown stopped him. The fact that it's almost halftime and they're just finally trying to go after him, go try to help him is mind-boggling. I'm not saying Corey Kelly's the worst, but I would definitely go more after him. Hunt tries to push him out of bounds, but Richard Harrison gets a gain of 13. As much as Hunt leads our team in interceptions, I'm pretty sure he's also gotten burned as well. As it's 1st and goal, Bowling Green, they're slowly driving. Bonner with the stop and just rumbling over dudes. As it is going to be 2nd and goal. Bo Brown with the stop and Brantley with the stop as well, or Bentley. Bo Brown has 5 tackles on the game. Kind of a little bit of a disappointing sophomore campaign compared to last year, as Bonner tries to, but Chris Griffin, nothing's going to stop that Family Guy. As there's 52 seconds left in the first half, Bowling Green, they're hanging in with us, but I also understand that our offense got a little stale after, Micah with the big return. Is he going to get it? Oh, what a way to end the first half. Micah Stone solidifying his kick return award with a 103-yard return for a touchdown. What a play. You'll love to see it. We missed the extra point. Yo, I know my kicker's a freshman and he's gonna go through freshman pains, but man, it's sad. As Davis gets another catch as my controller poops the bed again or disconnects. Alex Davis, all three of his catches have come late in this first half. I mean, kudos to the Statesman defense for kind of holding Davis for this long. Dump it down, Landry, Kelly, and Bonner all there for the tackle, gain of 5. They have one timeout left. Hunt with the great tackle and keeps him from the first down, so the clock is ticking even more. Three, two, one. Oh, Mitchell, Bo Brown Crooks. He breaks like 2 or 3 tackles. I could never do that with Jordan Williams, but we get the sack to end the half, and we're up by 2 scores. Now time for the halftime sponsor and the video sponsor, W Energy. Today's halftime show sponsor is W Energy. W Energy is an American-made energy drink company where if you're making content, whether it's YouTube or Twitch, and you have long days or long nights editing your content and you need something that is healthy, that won't have you jitter or crash or anything like that, W Energy is your go-to energy drink. Some of the flavors they have is Dragonite Energy, Galaxy Grenade, Passion Joy Tea energy drink, and they just came out with a Beach and Peach and Mango White Peach Cooler. But if you use promo code Justindezzz, which the link will be in the description, you get 10% off of any order of W energy drinks. Again, thank you to W for sponsoring this halftime show and the video. Thank you to W Energy for sponsoring all of my Hobart videos and a good sponsor for just the channel in general. As we start the second half, and Bo Brown, if I usered him, maybe I could pick it off, but I want to gain the confidence defensive-wise, then slowly to possibly user him. I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready. Well, maybe I'll try maybe a little bit, but oh, what a great cut. Henderson gets it. Then Bowling Green gets the first down. The Family Guy, man. Chris Griffin. 4 rushes for 7 yards and a touchdown. Not too shabby for the kid. Landry, Corey Kelly, Bonner, all there as well. Gets a gain about 10. Oh, they are going no huddle to start off this drive, the second half drive. And maybe Hobart's being a little bit more aggressive. Al Benson with the stop. Loss of 2. Kudos to Hobart, man. Everyone talks about Jordan Williams and the offense as their quarterback's out for 1 quarter. Everyone's just getting injured late into the season. Corey Kelly kind of gets burnt there. Gain of 19. Richard Harrison, he's had himself a game. As the controller disconnects again. Miscommunication by Hobart. Corey Kelly's going to get the stop, and they're going to go out of bounds so then they can kind of rest up, reset, and go from there. Never mind. These Stand corrected. False start. And it is a false start on the offense. That's going to push them back. That is huge, huge for the boys. As it's 2nd and 8. Yeah, everyone talks about how, Jordan Williams and that offense has been phenomenal. Ooh, Bo Brown and Hunt were there, but gained it first. And Alex Davis, he's slowly gaining the momentum. And stopped. Gain of nothing. Jeremy Cross with a tackle for a loss. But this defense has slowly stepped up all year long. Yes, they've blown some couple of leads. They've struggled mightily. But near the back end of this year, basically for the last month and a half, they have looked like a top-tier defense. A defense that could potentially contend with some of the big boys. As it is a Built review. They reviewed it, and it's now 3rd and 9. Now, I understand our defense is a 76 overall, but I sometimes don't believe in the overall as Bo Brown's there to cover it. Stop. It's going to be interesting if they go for it. No, they're going to kick the field goal. And they wasted a good amount of time, almost half of the 3rd quarter. But you know what? Hobart's defense prevails. They do cut the lead down a little, but Hobart's going to get the football back. Interesting to see what Barrett Cameron and this offense can do, as near the end of the half, Micah Stone returned it for 103 yards. So this offense really hasn't really been on the field for a long time. They could be really cold, as Micah returns it for a gain of 38. 3:15 left in the 3rd quarter. I'm just very curious to see what they can do. Oh my God. Passes it to Victor Jackson with the diving catch, gain of 31. I absolutely love how he's developed. As it's 1st and 10 in Bowling Green territory. He rolls out. Crossbody to Jabari. Terrible. Not the greatest decision, but 2nd and 10. That should have been picked. As Cameron's not having the greatest game, but not the worst. As he's going to scramble. Gets the first. Maybe should have not taken a hit like that, as, we don't have a lot of great quarterbacks, and we don't have the greatest quarterback room in the country. But another 1st down. Cameron hands it off to Wallace. Wallace almost gets there was a lane, but great penetration by Bowling Green. All right. Audible, Cameron throws it out. He's 50% on the day, but I don't know. He's not looking so great. 2 for 2 on 3rd downs today, though. As they're only down by a touchdown. To McDaddy, overthrown. So we're going to try something a little bit crazy, but... Oh, I forget, we can't call audibles. But Victor Jackson is in the game at quarterback. And he's just going to take off. He's going to get the gain of 12 yards. The problem with having a wide receiver at quarterback is the awareness, and also I can't audible. Oh, Carney is in. I guess he was hurt. But Carney... Didn't think I was going to see him again. He gets a gain of a solid amount. Oh, never mind. There's Victor Jackson. Oh, I guess Carney's just in now. Third and 2, gain of 2 yards. All right. 2 for 3 on the day. Yeah, I think Jackson might be hurt, honestly. Oh, Tez, you gotta catch that, bro. Come on. I'm gonna give Carney his flowers, man. That was a great extension. Way to shut it down, and he had him beat and to make the play as Brown almost gets him, but Tez just looked like the old Tez there and did nothing. Just dropped it. It's just very frustrating. Oh, over Bonner. What a dot. As Cedric Rivers gets a gain of 29. That was a dot, dude. I mean, I tried to switch over. I don't get it, man. Sometimes NCAA will let the computer do that, but if I do that, then Landry, Hunt, there as well. That's probably going to be the end of the third quarter as Hobart kind of got a little stale. Hold up them fours, though. We are up by 10 points entering the fourth. We really did nothing. It was all basically Bowling Green. But, we're also just trying to hang on by a thread. We're not trying to do too much. We're just trying to preserve the lead as much as we can, as Bratton with a great stop for Jimmy Huff. Calvin Jones is 10 for 10 on the day. No, 11 for 11, excuse me. And no flipping way. They almost scored a touchdown with Calvin whatever his name is, Calvin. In Bowling Green, they're not giving up. Green only down by 3. Hobart has only scored 3 points compared to the 10 that Bowling Green has had. And it's kind of scaring me as Micah Stone. Oh, is he going to have another big to the 48? What a big return. That helps the offense a lot. I don't know. I really don't know. Victor Jackson's back in the game, though. Seeing what he can do on offense, as I wanted to slide, but he gets a gain of 7. But it's kind of weird that they have they don't trust Barrett Cameron enough. Oh, dangerous pitch and a fumble and a costly turnover by the Statesmen. Wallace tried to get it, jump in the air, and he just got hit, and just a terrible, terrible execution by the Statesmen. As they get burnt again, Harris, he has just had a career day against them, 117 yards. And Boyd's back too. That's another thing that we forgot. Their starting QB is back. He's ready to go. Their quarterback held it down. Meanwhile, Hobart's backup, Cameron, got benched for Victor Jackson, a wide receiver. Carney came in for a little bit. He did pretty good, but overall, it's pretty scary that Hobart really doesn't trust their quarterback. As it seems like just in general, the offense has become very stale since Jordan Williams was out with a concussion. They were on a roll, and ever since, it's been slowly. Corey Kelly stops Alex Davis, and slowly Bowling Green's gaining the momentum with 4 minutes left in the game. It seems like Bowling Green might take the lead as they're just running, and they've clearly made an adjustment with the no huddle has really helped as well. As Bo Brown gets the tackle for a loss. Big stop so far for the Statesman defense. 9 tackles, 2 tackles for a loss for Bo Brown. And I don't know if I think we should go back to an actual quarterback. Oh, we almost had it. Bo Brown with the stop, but Crooks helps out with the 1 yard gain. 3rd and goal. That's the thing. Are they going to go with this halfback screen again? I hope they do. Please do. You won't. Oh, and we get the stop. 4th and goal. What a stand by Hobart. If I'm Bowling Green, I take the field goal and I try to tie this ball game up. Don't risk it. You have the momentum. And just like that, Hobart blows their lead. TCU is losing 43-37 to Texas Tech at home. So Georgia Tech, they might have a new opponent. Oh, what a great block. Great blocking up front. Micah Stone, another big-time game. He has really put this offense in phenomenal position. But now let's see if Barrett Cameron, who comes back out, looked a little shooken up, I think, to play 2 series ago. I want to see what he can do. This Mac Daddy, he gets the first and a little bit more. Well, 7 yards. But I'm very interested to see, what Cameron can do. Because he still has a year of eligibility. Maybe he wants to transfer, maybe not. As Jabari, he's going to get up the field in a little bit more. He's kind of showing college football like, hey, this is me. This is what I can do. As we're just going to dump it down, waste time. Because I don't want to completely go for the big play so then they have time. I want to take our sweet time and, pick and choose our battles. This is Micah Stone. He's had a phenomenal game. He's been our offense for the most part. In terms of kick yards, really, we've only scored 1 touchdown since Jordan Williams has left, and that's a kickoff return for a touchdown. Well, let's see if we can score another one as Barrett sees Jackson. Jackson scores 27-yard touchdown. Hobart takes the lead with almost under 2 minutes left in the football game. 1:55 left in the game. That was a huge throw by Barrett Cameron. Kind of absolute dot to Victor Jackson. As Victor Jackson has slowly become the second half hero, and McLeod breaks up that pass. 2nd and 10. Second and 10. I'm curious how it goes. There we go. We finally tackle him after gain of 16. Weird. Yeah, I know how to intercept the ball. Thank you. I've tried it many times and you've denied me, so not a big fan of you right now. Corey Kelly gets absolutely burnt by Harris. I think in zone coverage, but Harris, I'm pretty sure he has almost all the yards. He has had, of course, when I compliment Corey Kelly, he absolutely gets toasted. And we might have given Bowling Green a little bit too much time. As Richard Harrison is having like the career game of his life. Not a bad game to start, honestly, against the number 2 team in the country. Oh, that could have been a sack. That should have been a sack by Hobart, but shout out Boyd for avoiding some big hits. 3rd and 1. Run up the gut, untouched, tie ball game. 1:08 left in the game. It has absolutely been crazy. You know, and Micah Stone, he's going to return it. Oh, baby, is he going to get a second one? No, he gets tripped up, gain of 50. I'm pretty sure he has more yards than our entire offense does, especially in the second half. As Barrett Cameron has a minute left. We don't want to completely force it. Please press, McDaddy. Oh, my God. To Osborne, and Cameron overthrows him. And that's probably a good reason why he lost the starting job to Jordan Williams a couple years ago. All right, we call an audible. Let's play action. We're going to dump it down to Wallace. Wallace doesn't move, and it's a loss of 2. As time is slowly running out. I guess this just really shows that Jordan Williams was that entire offense, and maybe not to put all your offense in one guy, because now look at us. We're struggling mightily with 30 seconds left in the game, and Barrett gets sacked, and they call a timeout. We're going to have to punt. 19 seconds left. They have 2 timeouts. We have 3. Oh, my God. Can we not tackle? And it's a gain of 9. They call a timeout. 13 seconds left. I mean, talk about a complete shift in momentum. Where really Hobart has only scored a couple of points. And as they're going to go out of bounds, 9 seconds left, we might have to go into overtime. As Bowling Green, it's just been all Bowling Green second half. As that fumble really cost the team. Big time. Great stop. 5 seconds left. They call their final timeout. Boyd with over 300 yards passing. We kind of don't want to get deep with the deep ball. You know, we're just trying to play it safe. Benson. Oh, 1 second left. What great pressure by Al Benson. It's not going to be beat deep, but this is probably going to be the final play of regulation. Shout out Bowling Green giving Hobart a hard time. Forcing the number 2 team in the land, oh no, to go to overtime. And we are going to overtime, folks. Start of overtime. Hobart gets it first. Let's see what the Statesman can do. Cameron, he's going to drop back. He doesn't see anyone, and he's just going to take off. Fumbles the ball. And no way. No way. This is how the game ends. Unbelievable. Bowling Green pulls up the upset. You know what's mind-blowing? This is only ranked 4th in ESPN Classics. And I don't know. I think it should be number 1. I didn't win, and it sucks. But Bowling Green absolutely outplayed us in the second half. And the fact that they upset the number 2 team in the country by the quarterback fumbling the ball and then returning it back should be number 1. I don't care if I lost. That's my opinion. I mean, just look at that. They literally scored 17 in the fourth alone. We only scored 10 the entire second half. And they scored way more than us. They absolutely deserved to win, especially that fumble returning it. I am upset about it, but at the same time, I'm not. Because to me, I thought it was very unrealistic for us to make it to the Natty the first year. It kind of humbles, I think, the Statesmen a little bit and kind of realize that, yeah, Jordan Williams really carried us to this phenomenal record. And because of him, we got to number 2. And, definitely we need to recruit more better playmakers, especially quarterback, because Barrett Cameron's not it. We did get Nick Dickerson as well at corner. Jared Ford has locked us out, and we're in a big time recruiting battles with a majority of who we want to get. It stinks. We played in an ESPN Classic, but, I'm going to give Bowling Green his flowers. I mean, they scored. They answered the bell in the second half. We didn't. And to me, if, we're going to be a top-notch team for years to come, we just can't have one great half of football and then just a meh half of football. Or when our star player gets hurt, I want to have confidence where I can have my backup quarterback play instead of my number 2 wide receiver who was a quarterback, But I know we got to recruit better. And that's the big thing. We got to get more talent. So then when our QB1 does go down, I feel confident enough that we can run the same offense and be just as good. So we did drop to 6th in the country, but before I sim to the conference championship and whatnot, I figured I would show you the season stats. So Jordan Williams, 19 touchdowns, 2,917 yards, 16 picks. That's roughly the same amount that he's had last year. He's thrown 3 less touchdowns, 2 more picks. Way more passing yards, but his completion percentage is up too. So there's that. Barrett Cameron, 4 touchdowns, 5 picks. Never mind. He's not going to transfer at all. This is last year. He's terrible. Thank God he's gone. And Carney, not much that you can do. 2 for 5, 88 yards. Rushing wise, Jordan Williams, 1,134 yards, 22 touchdowns, long of 70, 94 yards per game. 20 rushes or more, 5 broken tackles, but he does have 6 rushing fumbles as well. And Barrett Cameron did as well to ruin our national championship shot. Rakeem Wallace has 103 carries, 530 yards, 13 rushing touchdowns, 44 carries, 303 yards, 5 touchdowns for Carney. And then Micah Stone has 1 rushing. Barrett Cameron does, but has caused probably the biggest fumble in school history so far. And Holloway has 2. Receiving wise, Micah Stone and Mac Daddy are up there with 32 receptions, 764 yards for him, 7 receiving touchdowns, longest reception at 69. Nice. 200 yards after the catch. He does have 6 drops. Mac Daddy leads the team with 7. Victor Stone surprisingly does not have any drops, but he's probably going to next game. He has 712 yards, 6 touchdowns. Osborne and Gilbert have 2 each. Wallace has almost 30 yards catching. Jabari does not have 1. TJ does not have 1. Forbes does not have 1. But Holloway has 1. And so does Benny Ham. And Eric Leslie. I forgot about Eric Leslie. Blocking, Deloach has 7 pancakes. Gilbert has 3. 1, 1, and 1. And the lead for the sacks is Moore, our sophomore, Fletcher, Castillo, and LaRoche. And then also Sampson, our freshman, Holloway, and Ricky Hill. Defensively, Bo Brown has 64 tackles, 61 solo. Bonner is up with 55. Then the next guy is 43. So I'm not surprised. These 2 guys are 1-2 in tackles. And then it's somewhat of a drop-off, but shout out Gilbert Landry. Tackles for a loss, 18 McLeod, 13 by Al Benson, 12 by J.B. Crook, 6 by Patrick Henderson, 6 by Brown, 5 by Landry, Brantley, and Bonner, 4 by Monte Mitchell, and Branton with 2. Sacks, McLeod with 7, McLeod with 8, Crooks with 7, Brantley with 3, Mitchell with 2, Benson with 2, 1 from Brown, Bonner, Powell, Henderson, Donnie Elliott. Interceptions, Hunt has 3, Bonner has 2, Pratt has 2, Powell has 1. Interception yards, of course, he's got the most. Long pass deflections, Landry has 5, Bonner has 4, Hunt has 3, Mitchell has 2, Brandt has 2, Kelly has 2, Henderson, Crooks, Elliott, Brantley, Bowe all have 1. Forced fumbles, Brantley has 2, McLeod, Bonner, Landry, Elliott, Branton, and Kelly all have 1. Bowe has 2 fumble recoveries, Landry has 1, Bonner has 1, and so does Brantley. As you can see, the tackle leaders, Bo Brown has the most again. Bonner is up there as well. And so is Landry. Sacks, McLeod's in the top 30. Interceptions, Hunt is not even close. Kickers, it doesn't even matter. And quickly looking at the class, we do have the 23rd best class with 12 3 stars, 1 2 stars, and only 2 4 stars. Holy crap. I'm in awe. No way. No way. Dustin Miller, the number 1 quarterback in the country, 5-star, has just committed to Hobart. Even though we suffered a tough loss 2 weeks ago, we're in a bye week 15. But we just got a huge, huge win with Dustin Miller. Makes this episode feel not as bad. As you can see here, Dustin Miller is the 10th best player in the class. That is incredible. Like, that is insane. I mean, he's got a cannon. I mean, he doesn't have the greatest speed, 4.84, but we beat Bama, Oklahoma. He can jump. He's got good stamina and agility and acceleration. Solid elusiveness. But his arm, he's got a cannon of an arm. And I am excited to bring him to Geneva. We are 6th in the country, but next episode we are playing against the best team in the entire MAC, Northern Illinois. They are way better than us. They really can run the ball very well. And pretty solid pass-wise, and our turnover differential is just god-awful. But hopefully we can get our first conference championship in school history and maybe get a BCS bowl berth. But either way, we're both going bowling. But if you made it this far in the video, you guys are awesome. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. But until next video, you guys have a good one. Peace.